Mid-flight on Air Force One, Donald Trump drops a bombshell. Literally. He's ready to send Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine. But first, he wants to talk to Putin. Kyiv calls it strength. Moscow calls it madness. As Washington flirts with escalation and the Kremlin fumes, one lawmaker warns Putin's a cornered rat and desperate. US President Donald Trump has announced that he's prepared to send long-range Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine, a potential game-changer in the ongoing conflict. Speaking on October 12th, Trump said he intends to first hold direct talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin before making a final decision.
So we'll see. Well, I don't know. I might have to speak to Russia, to be honest with you, about Tomahawks. Do they want to have Tomahawks going in their direction? I don't think so. I think I might speak to Russia about that, in all fairness. I told that to President ZELENSKY because Tomahawks are a new step of aggression. Right? You understand that very well.
When asked if he meant he would speak with Putin before supplying the missiles, Trump said that the possibility depends on Moscow's willingness to end the war.
Are you saying that you will speak to Putin first about Tomahawks?
I might talk to him. I might say, look, if this war's not going to get settled, I'm going to send him Tomahawks. I may say that. The Tomahawk is an incredible weapon, very offensive weapon. And honestly, Russia does not need that. They don't need that. Yeah, I might tell them that if the war is not settled, that we may very well do it. We may not, but we may do it. I think it's appropriate to bring up. Yeah, I want to see the war settled. Thank you very much. Tell them to be honest and not honest.
Trump stressed that Russia does not need the US arming Ukraine with Tomahawks, but warned the US may still proceed with the delivery if the conflict continues. Earlier, on October 9th, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said that the delivery of the Tomahawk cruise missiles may force Russia to see the real state of affairs and sit down at the negotiating table. The Tomahawk is a subsonic, long-range cruise missile designed for precision strikes. With a range of 1,600 to 2,500 kilometers, it would allow Kyiv to reach targets as far as Siberia. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky claimed Russia was afraid the US could arm Kyiv with Tomahawk missiles.
I just spoke with President Trump, and this is the second time. These days, we are working in detail with America to strengthen our air defense. Our defense capabilities are primarily Patriots. We are also working on other systems, long-range systems. We see and hear that Russia is afraid that the Americans could give us Tomahawks. This is a signal that this kind of pressure can work for peace. We have agreed with President Trump that our teams, our military, will do everything we have discussed, including gas energy.
Zelensky, however, said that his country would only use long-range Tomahawk missiles against Russian military targets. Zelensky's comment was aired by Fox News in the United States on October 12th, the same day he spoke to Trump. In comments published on October 12th, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said the topic was of extreme concern to Russia.
The topic of Tomahawks is of extreme concern. Now is really a very dramatic moment in terms of the fact that tensions are escalating from all sides.
Peskov highlighted what he called the grave implications of the American missile's range, noting that some older versions of the missile are nuclear capable.
Just imagine, a long-range missile is launched and is flying, and we know that it could be nuclear. What should the Russian Federation think? Just how should Russia react? Military experts overseas should understand this.
Putin previously warned that providing these missiles would be a qualitatively new stage of escalation, claiming they cannot be used without the direct involvement of US military personnel. a senior member of the US House Armed Services Committee sharply reacted to reports of Russian troops briefly appearing near the Estonian border, warning that Putin is a cornered rat. Representative Don Bacon, a leading voice in the House Baltic Caucus, urged vigilance and called for NATO support after Estonian authorities briefly closed a section of road due to the unexpected presence of Russian personnel.
Estonia has every reason to be vigilant and take precautions, and NATO should be acting in support. Putin is a cornered rat and desperate.
Meanwhile, Putin's Belarusian ally Alexander Lukashenko said in an interview that Ukraine could cease to exist as a state unless President Volodymyr Zelensky sits down, negotiates, and acts urgently. Lukashenko told Russian TV presenter Pavel Zarubin that he had previously blamed European leaders for the failure to reach an agreement, but now believes the problem is not with the United States, nor with Russia, but rather in Volodymyr Zelensky. Lukashenko claimed that strong pressure should be applied on the Ukrainian president to force appropriate decisions. Ukrainian and European officials have consistently called for a complete cessation of hostilities as a precondition for good faith peace negotiations between Kyiv and Moscow. The Kremlin has consistently rejected these demands, insisting that Ukraine first make large concessions, such as the dissolution of its army and the refusal to accept foreign military aid.